I'm out here being told that I'm not disabled enough to receive any kind of help from the UK government.
The job market in the UK is dry.
I'm applying even just before I got made redundant, and there's nothing there.
The job market in the UK is finished. It's actually finished.
Why is it so hard to get a job in the UK? Because I'm actually fucking tired. I've been looking for a job for 6 months now. Who the fuck told me to leave my job without having a plan B?
Guys, it's officially day 1667 of my flipping job hunt.
Sick of the fact that it's a full-time job in itself to try and find a full-time job, and I'm not even getting paid for it.
The UK job market is pretty crazy right now. Fewer jobs, lower wages, and companies are cutting back, left, right and centre. Redundancies everywhere, and a lot of the UK youth can't even get a foot in the door. But people aren't staying quiet anymore. They're fed up and finally saying it how it is. If you're tired of what this country's become, hit subscribe, drop a like, and let's dive into the voices that have had enough.
The job market in the UK is dry. As in, they're barely getting jobs from organisations, and what they're finding is people are having to apply for roles that they know that they are overqualified for. So that's leaving people that are trying to get jobs at their level jobless, because ultimately the organisations are giving the jobs to people that are overqualified because to them it's better value for money. And it just had me looking in the direction of entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship and thinking, you know what, fair enough. As crazy as the stats are around starting a business and the difficulties around that and how many fail, once you get to a certain point, you get out what you put in. You might be applying for 100 jobs in a week, and as much effort as you put in, there are 1,000,001 reasons why you might not get that job. Apart from that, in some jobs, there are no pathways for promotion upon exceeding your work or doing above and beyond what you're tasked to do. You have to apply for the job like any other Tom, Dick and Harry. No wonder you hear these terms like silent quitting or people actually resigning or saying they can't be asked for 9 to 5s and things of that nature, because when do you actually see the rewards of your labour? On the whole, minus banking, I'm yet to meet a lot of people that are super enthusiastic about their job and how much they're getting paid and how everything is structured. Maybe it's time to put some energy in your passion and see where that takes you.
Does anybody else feel like they're getting absolutely nowhere with applying for jobs at the minute? It's just so tiring. I'm not hearing back from recruiters, from the companies. I'm not even getting rejection emails. I've had 3 in the past month that I've been unemployed, and I've applied for way more than 3 jobs. And yeah, I'm just not getting anything back. I've not had a single interview. Even a recruiter said to me that it's really difficult at the minute. There just isn't any jobs. And I'm just feeling really defeated and deflated. And I really honestly feel like I'm not going to find anything anytime soon. And it's really getting me down. And I don't know what to do. Because I need money. I need a job. But I can't find anything. And I'm really stressed. Great. Help me.
Job hunting in the UK fucking sucks. It's got to be one of the most demoralising feelings when you come into work on a Monday or at the beginning of the week, knowing that you've got another week ahead of a job that doesn't pay you properly for what you do and you're not fulfilled by. So you decide to take a look through the job boards, and every single job board is just full of shit. And when you do find the odd job that is actually meaningful and would be rewarding, so often it just seems to be the case that the pay is that bad that it makes it completely unviable. And it's not even like a reluctance to work thing. The vast majority of people want to work on stuff. They want to be productive and they want to be doing something with their time. It's just the options that we're given are so shit. And it's such a trap as well, because you so easily fall into this on a Monday or a Tuesday in this case. And as the week progresses on, it's like, okay, the weekend's nearly here. The weekend's there, and finally you can switch off again, and then you repeat. And you can see how people just get stuck in that for decades on end. That, for me, is such a depressing future. And that's why it's highly advisable to try and craft your own path if you can. But it's so difficult doing that on top of a full-time job, particularly if you're already burnt out and exhausted all the time. So what do we need to do as a society to address that? But don't ponder too deep on the existentialism, because otherwise you end up like me, where you want to drive your fucking head through the table every Monday. Late stage capitalism is a pile of bullshit. Drop a follow if you want to throw your work laptop off the top of the Empire State.
Right, this is a post from Reddit talking about the UK job market. It says, it's killing me too. The job market is effing me around, so I had to accept a job I don't want, which pays less, 23k, than I was getting before, 27k, to pay my £780 rent in an 8-person house share, which is driving me round the bend. I didn't expect to still be doing this in my 40s. So this post from Reddit just solidifies what I've been saying on my TikTok account, which is that people are staying in HMOs for longer, and HMOs are killing people who are over the age of 30.
Sick of the fact that it's a full-time job in itself to try and find a full-time job, and I'm not even getting paid for it. Why is finding a full-time job a full-time job? So many unemployed people in this country who need a job. Are we supposed to get previous experience in the first place if no one will give us a chance? Like, give us a chance.
This is a note that if you are looking for a job, the market is shit, and it's not just you. It's not just me, it's not just you, it's not anyone else I've been speaking to. The market is terrible, and we just need to keep going. We'll get there, we'll have a hot girl summer, and we will be able to buy coffees without feeling guilty about it soon. Fingers crossed.
Guys, it's officially day 1667 of my flipping job hunt. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Now that I finished uni for the year, the job hunt's back on, it's back started, but I'm not gonna lie, guys, I don't have it in me. I've genuinely been stripped of all dignity I had. I don't have any dignity. Guys, I can't do it anymore, I can't. I'm gonna still try, but I genuinely can't do it anymore. I've been applying every day again. Received about 5 rejections today as per usual. Guys, I can't do it anymore. You know, it gets to a point, yeah. I literally had an interview last week, yeah. Got rejected literally the day after. It gets to a point where you have to sit back and think, maybe there's a chance that I am the problem. Because it gets to a point, yeah, where I've witnessed every single person who has been struggling to get a job with me get to their first job. And I'm still here in the trenches by myself.
I'm sure you can relate that you've seen all over the media that there's a pandemic of 16 to 24-year-olds, which is the highest actual age group to be unemployed in the UK.
Please tell me how you can earn £27,000 a year as a customer assistant at Aldi. Yeah, I've just received an email from a recruiter, albeit it was a bulletin. So I often get this monthly bulletin where it's like a range of jobs on their books, all the way from your entry level, all the way up to your sort of like higher rate taxpayer jobs. Yeah, there's a job on this list that wants you to be AAT qualified, I think level 4 qualified, experienced in XYZ. So all right, you're not chartered, but you have put in the effort to get to your level 4 and finish it for less than £27,000. And this is not a dig at people that work in Aldi, by the way. I've been there, worked in retail. If you don't have these people, then you don't have the shops. However, if you have a skill set and you have studied and qualified, why are these jobs paying less than a supermarket? The system is broken. And I know some people go, oh yeah, but people can travel into London. Not everyone wants to travel into London, you know, and if that's what's available to you in your area, then it's quite annoying, isn't it? I almost wanted to email back, like, is this role a joke? Because whoever that employer is needs to, well, I'll be amazed if they recruit anyone. And also, before anyone says, why do people working in retail deserve less? It's literally not about that. It is just about, like, you deserve to have a good salary, good wage, but if you're going to be looking for someone with qualification, they need to be rewarded for that. And obviously, entry-level jobs are the sort of barometer of, this is where you should start to have an all right income. But I can't believe people are paying less for that, for like city jobs.
It's not looking good, Brev. It's not looking good. The job market in the UK is finished. It's actually finished. It's getting worse. It's crazy how many people I've seen struggling to find a job. You know, we're talking people who have got masters, who've got PhDs, who've even got just normal degrees, applying for regular jobs, regular income, nothing special. And they're getting turned down. No reply, no email, no...
Just use your connections to get a job in life. Just use your network to get a job in life. Your uncle was a finance manager at NatWest. My cousin goes to BCU. We're not in the same category. Just say you have nepotism. Don't come to me and give me life advice. Yeah, when you... Listen, you might have got better grades than me. I know I got 28 UCAS points and I go to a silly uni. Yeah? But don't give me life advice about, oh yeah, I work so hard to get this job, is it? You're flipping uncle. Yeah, I checked on LinkedIn, got the same surname as you, working at the same bank, and already you're I'm not jealous at all that you got an internship and I haven't. All I'm saying is that my network, yeah, is full of buddies flipping, my cousin from flipping BCU. Do you know what I mean? He chills outside in a fake RS3. He says it's an RS3. It's not even an RS3. It's got a flipping Audi sign. It's got 3 circles. Hasn't even got the 4 rings. It's got 3 rings. Yeah? He's a flipping brokey. That's my flipping network. Yeah? You can say all you want about you working hard. Yeah? But just admit it. You just have to admit like you have connections, like your family members work at certain places to get your internships. I've been applying every flipping day. Every flipping day I apply for internships, job placements, grad schemes. What they say, unfortunately, you know, it's just too many people applying for jobs at this time. Well, why don't you take mine into consideration more?
Hey everyone there in the UK. This is Darren here. I was made redundant just about a month ago after just about 6.5 years of working for the company I was with. Came unexpectedly, unfortunately, but I suppose, yeah, that's life really. But cool.
Why is it so hard to get a job in the UK? Because I'm actually fucking tired. I've been looking for a job for 6 months now. Who the fuck told me to leave my job without having a plan B? Don't leave your job without having a plan B, because I'm telling you now, you're going to fucking regret it. I don't understand this UK. They're complaining that benefits are going up, but the problem is there is no jobs. There is no job. If you apply for a job, you're too qualified for this job. Oh, you need more experience. I'm applying for a job to get a fucking experience.
Looking for jobs in 2025 has got to be the most humbling experience. Now, I'm actually currently looking for work. I've been looking for work for a while. I'm not even getting responses back from KFC. I have all these holidays planned that I need to go on. I have responsibilities. I have a cat to look after. I have holidays to book. I have countries to go and party in. Like, I need a job.
So I'm looking at some job postings on LinkedIn and I just came across one and my jaw literally dropped open. Tell me why there's a job posting for a clinical negligence paralegal and the requirements are, it says, you will be a graduate of the LPC. You have good academics. You will have at least 6 months experience in clinical negligence role. Litigation experience is preferable but not essential. Blah, 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 blah. Then I scroll down. The salary is 16,000 to 20,000, and in brackets they're written dependent on experience. How are people offering roles for people that have not only graduated with their bachelor's but also spent like 15 to 20k on an LPC and have 6 months of experience, and the most they're willing to offer is
Like, I understand that you're overqualified, but what does that really mean? What does that really come down to? Because you're either qualified, and that means that you can do any job. If you're qualified, it means anything easier than that, you should be able to do, and you can do. So what does it mean when it says you're overqualified? What kind of excuse is that? You know, you've got somebody who's got a great resume, a great CV, somebody who's got experience, who's got years of being doing something, and you reject them because they're overly qualified. What have we come down to? What is going on?
For the last 6 months. I've been lucky and very blessed that the majority of this time I went traveling around Asia, but then I came back to the UK job market of 2025. And it's the wild, wild west out here. It's the wild, wild west. I remember when I first came back, I was reading articles about how people are struggling to get jobs. And I remember listening to this podcast and hearing it's taking people 5 months to get jobs. And I was just like, what on earth, until I entered it. I feel like the job market, the UK job market in general, I underestimated how hard it is. And honestly, this job market has broken me. I've been broke. I've been broke.
I've been unemployed for like coming up to 2 months, I think, and oh my god, I can't do it. I literally can't do it anymore. Savings are slowly going down because, you know, I still have to friggin' live. At the same time, I can't make any plans with any of my friends or actually go visit them because once again, no money's coming in. All you see is it go down and down and down in your savings.
All you see in the news is immigration levels, etc., etc. But nobody is going to talk about unemployment levels, and as I said, they're officially at the highest level in nearly 4 years. And let's consider nearly 4 years ago was around post-COVID time where things were just getting back to normal. And obviously unemployment has gone up to get to this level, and nobody's life has gotten better economically at all. We just hear the same statements about immigration, migration, etc., etc., because that's what most of the population want to hear. Meanwhile, most people can't even find jobs no matter what degree they have, no matter what skills they have, no matter what age. Nobody can find a job, and it's simply because there's no growth in the UK, no economic growth whatsoever. Nobody can find jobs because no jobs are available, none are being created. This comes as no surprise to anyone.
Unemployment has increased by 10% under this new Labour government since the Conservatives lost power, which isn't overly surprising if you look at all the policies they put in place on day dot with their absolute ridiculous increase in national insurance for companies, etc. People can't afford to hire people like they used to, so I'm not really sure what the logic was there, but yeah, higher taxes, less employment, more people on benefits. It's just totally the wrong way around, makes absolutely zero sense. I honestly don't know what the plan was, unless this is the plan. Is this what they want? I don't...
Do you know what the most annoying part about being unemployed is? It's not having a job and not having money. It's spending so much time on the application and then not even getting an email after. Not getting an interview, not getting anything. You're expecting me to fill out all of these questions and all of my education history and my previous job history, and then I get literally nothing in return. It's so frustrating. It's so annoying. I'm spending an hour filling out a job application to get absolutely nothing in return. It's so frustrating. Why can't you just read my CV? It's all on my CV. That's why I have a CV. It's just, oh my god.
And that's the state of the job market. No opportunities, low pay, and somehow even higher expectations. I'll keep posting more rants straight from the front lines of the UK struggle, so if you're still here, you might as well literally just subscribe and drop a like. It's cheaper than rent.